Ladies and gentlemen, it is on behalf of our marketing agents, Michelle Galletti and Matthew Turner, that I welcome you. Thank you so much for coming out for today's auction. Clarence White is my name. A great pleasure to be here today on behalf of the Cunninghams team and, of course, our vendors here this morning. Well, 15 South Creek Road, DY, outstanding parcel of land. Certainly a lot of opportunity, a lot of scope for you here today. 3 bedrooms of accommodation, 632 square metre parcel of relatively level land buys. That's really the headline here today, isn't it? The home itself, original throughout. Plenty of scope to update, modernise, restyle to your taste as you see fit. Certainly I note that there are some DA approved plans there, which you've got a little bit of expansion as well as the granny flat to be built, and certainly I guess my imagination starts to wonder, what else could you do with the property? Is there future opportunity with the property? Do you go up? Is there a subdivision opportunity somewhere down the track? Guys, it's a really substantial parcel of land, and you have to be thinking about those capitalisation opportunities down the track. In terms of your locality, you're not too far from amenities, just a short strike down here to the lagoon, easy distance to the beach. You've got shopping in 2 directions, you've got bus transport not too far away, and that's a wonderful amalgam for you and your family, guys. I can understand why you're here to buy it. I'd like to sell it. Who's got an opening bid? I'll pass it out to you for an opening start.
Yeah, 185.
185. Okay, we appreciate your no-nonsense start, sir, at $1,850,000 at 1850. Kicks the ball into play at $1,850,000, guys. Going to suggest perhaps there might be a 1.9 in the room from there if you feel comfortable.
1.9.
Welcome in, sir. Great to see you. It was number 1 and number 2. So where is number 3? That's got to be next, doesn't it?
1.95.
1.95. Okay, sorry. We'll try and go bonkers there. $1,950,000. Perhaps you'd like to be $2 million then, if you like. $2 million. Welcome in. It's good to see you. At 2's the bid and 3 playing now at $2 million. $2,050,000.
Yes. Yeah.
$2,050,000 at 2.1, I guess sequentially and logically would be next then, but at $2,050,000 at 2050, who calls it 2.1 on the charge?
206.
206, so it's a little short step there, sir. $2,060,000. Tentatively, he did it at $2,060,000. 2.1.
2075.
2075, no worries. You seem to be making it up as you go along, sir. At $2,075,000. Perhaps 2.1 this time, could we say?
285.
2.1? Welcome in, sir. I'll take the stronger increment if I could. Number 4, of course, we found you at $2,100,000 the call.
2125.
2125 at 2 1/8 of a million for the factions who like fractions at 2125. So your response is what? At 2,125,000. A bit of 2.125. Do we call it 2150? Fight fire with fire, or have you got another increment in mind? But at 2125 with my starter, not to be left out in the corner there, guys. At 2125, you haven't been banished there like a naughty child. At 2125, do we call it 150 on the response? It's in the centre there. It's against you here. It's against you there. It's against you there, guys. At 2125, down the centre, we call it away. Once at 2,125, 150. 150. Welcome back, sir.
175.
175 at 2175, 2.2 beckons if you will, but at 2175 the opportunity down the centre with my determined starter seeking to be my finisher at 2,175,000. A bit of 2175. 22's good and 2225.
25.
Sorry?
2225.
2225,
Yeah.
2225, yeah, all those little swans on a lake at $2,225,000 the call, at 2225 the call, 2250, perhaps we call it 2 1/4 to square the ledger for you, sir, but at 2,225,000, a bit of 2.225, 2250 could we say this time? Or does another increment help you at 2,225 and 2250 at 2 1/4 neat, he rounds it out?
2275.
2275, like a metronome, just ticking away there, sir. 2,275 is consistent and persistent. At 2,275, could we say 2.3 to step forward this time, sir? At 2,275 and 2.3 and 325, do we go?
Yeah.
325 is there, and perhaps 350 on the response, sir. What's your riposte now at 2,325 the money, at 2,325? Do we call it 350 or do we go for the knockout blow at 2.4? At 2,325, don't be afraid of hitting the big red button and see what happens. At 2,325 in the centre. Once we call it away at $2,325,000. Twice.
2340.
2340. Okay, a little change of strategy. 2,340.
235.
2,350 came the immediate retort. You can take great confidence from the lack of hesitation of your competitors, sir. At 2,350, that's the centre of the market validating the price at 2,350. Does 60 or 70 help you at this stage? At 2-3 at 60, at 2-3-6-0. You appear to be playing in the championship round now. At $2,360,000 the money at 2-3-6-0. What about a nice strong manoeuvre at 2.4, sir? Might close the door on it. At 2-3-6-0 in the centre. At 2-3-60.
2-3-70.
2-3-70, just chipping away at it at $2,370,000. Keeping quarters close at 2-3-7-0. What about a move to 2.75? 75, okay, at 2-3-7-5, just a little handful at 2-3-7. 2.4. Geez, he saw the opportunity, dashed for it. A good lunch for the keys, sir. I like that play at $2.4 million. That's what happens when you shorten the stride, unfortunately. It starts to send the signal. We might be getting to the back end. But was it his budget? I don't know. He might have played his trump card. You want to test it out at $2.4 million, perhaps another little 5 to stay alive and see what happens. Because the beauty of round numbers is that people often set their limits at them. So sometimes if you test them out, that's where you find you bust them at $2,400,000. Do you want to test out a 1 or a 5 price? Are you sure? I really appreciate your endeavours and I respect your judgment at $2,400,000. It's in the centre and we call it away. Once at $2.4 million. Twice. Are you sure, guys? I've got your bestie. Wasn't the face of certainty that I was perhaps hoping for, but have a moment. Okay. For the third and final time at $2,400,000, guys, I'll make it clear I'm going to sell it, okay, at $2.4 million, if that wasn't clear, okay? I'll call it up 3 more times only. So if you want to have a last lunge, you know that you play with certainty. It's going to change hands today at $2,400,000. I call it through, 3 chances only. If there's a 1 or a 5 to test it out, guys. Now the beauty of it is that if you buy it, and that's a great outcome. If you don't buy it, somebody else's money that you spend. It doesn't cost you anything. You want to test out another little 1 or a 5 just to see if he's above it. A little exploration bid, perhaps a regret prevention bid, we could call it, at $2,400,000. How are we going over there by the door? Anything left in the tank, guys, in the corner? No. At $2.4 million. Well, looks like you've done the job, sir. Good strategy today at 2.4. We call it through once, twice, third, final time. It goes now, it goes, and it's sold. Congratulations, Bob.